Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, wherever you are watching this. This is Barry Selby, and if you're watching this live, you're watching it on my business page, which is an experiment, and otherwise, if you're watching the replay, it may well be on YouTube at this point, so bear with me. My talks are based on a message from the masculine theme. That's where I come from, which is masculine heart, serving the feminine heart in my work. And this hit me last night. I was at an event, and it ties together with Groundhog Day, so I'll get to that in a moment too, which recently happened. And I wanted to basically put out some ideas. This is core to my coaching work, basically with my female clients mostly. This may help you for guys too. But I wanted to make sure that you got this message out there and clearly at this point, and we go from there. The point I want to make is this, and it's called wishful thinking in the title for a reason, which is simply that so many people I know, and the event I was at last night was all about dating, so this was very much in my face yesterday or last evening, and so I want to speak a little bit about that. It seems in this modern culture that we live in, with all the smartphone apps and dating sites and all the other pieces out there, including matchmakers, there's a distinct thought that it's very easy to have what you want in a relationship. A predilection, as it were, for an easy fix by swiping or tapping or whatever the people do to get the love they want. And to me, it's wishful thinking. The truth that I've become very aware of, but through my own experiences, failed ones as well, in relationship, and my clients, is that, and you may have experienced this too, in fact, I'd be surprised if you haven't, that the idea that you can just walk into a relationship, have it work perfectly, and everything works out for the best, is a very, the odds are very slim of that happening. You may be one person who's had that experience, I don't know, but most people out there, and if you're watching this video, I'm guessing it's you, have had less than stellar luck in this area, because you've been sold a bill of goods, that the next smartphone app will be the answer to your heartfelt desires for perfect romance and relationship. It won't be. In fact, what those apps are predominantly about is hooking you up and connecting with somebody, without any planning, without any intention setting beyond maybe answering 6 or 7 questions of the type of person you want, the demographics, which is really limited and really, frankly, unsatisfactory for what you really want. So let me break this down for you as some options, some ideas for you to take to heart, because I want to make this video very short, but also tell you about what I'm about, what I do. Make sure to give it that piece too. As I said, my name is Barry Selby. I'm known as a relationship attraction expert, or the love doctor to my friends. So this is an area I've got some expertise in. In fact, I've been studying the human dynamic and the area of relationship for basically over 30 years. So I've got some skill in this area and some experience of what people do and what people do and don't do well, you know, which maybe you can have the experience of. So let me make this clear. If you want, maybe you don't, but if you do want an amazing relationship that is fulfilling and lasts a lifetime, here's some things you need to be aware of. Using Tinder to get that person, the odds are slim to none. That may be kind of obvious, but I'll make sure you get that message. That's true for any other apps. I'm not trying to single out Tinder. I mean, Plenty of Fish, Bumble, all the other apps out there now, which basically in another 2 years will be gone probably, don't do what you need them to do, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking to get hook up, which maybe people are, then great, enjoy it. But if you're looking for love in all the wrong places, and you want to find the right way, listen up. I've identified for myself 3 to 4 main areas that people don't focus in to attract what they want. First things first. This wishful thinking point is because most people out there don't in fact spend any time getting clear about what they want. Do you really know what you want? And as I mentioned last night at the event, I'm not going to get into name calling, but the thing that was really clear was about, do you know what your red flags are? Those things that you cannot deal with in a relationship, but you show up more than once in your life. Also, do you know what your green lights are, your green flags, which are the ones saying, yes, this is what I really want. Do you know what you really want? Clarity. What doesn't work, what does work, beyond just how tall they are, or where they live, or how much money they make. Not necessarily the right basis for a relationship. But if you know really clearly what it is you really want, and just as importantly, what you do not want to have in a relationship, what are deal breakers, that'd be a good place to start from. When I coach my clients, I've got about 8 different pieces beyond that that take them from the bare bones of yes, no, to a vision that's so powerful that they can walk into it and experience the love they really want, so they become a magnet to attract the relationship they really desire. If you're interested, I'll tell you about that in a minute. That's number 1. Number 2, which is perhaps as important, many of my clients and many people I work with, and my own experience in life, so this is not something I say is out there for you, as I've owned it too, is that until we, collectively, deal with what we grew up with and we went through in the past, we will not have a choice of relationship we really want. Let me say it another way. If you have a clear intention and a vision and a powerful vision of what you want to attract to a relationship, like I explained, you will not attract it. You will not attract it if you do not remove your baggage experience from the past, your baggage claim, as it were. Because what I'm trying to say, which I haven't said very clearly yet, we'll try it again, is that we as individuals accumulate knowledge and experience and history, particularly when we're young, about how relationships should be. One of my teachers, Bruce Lipton, who talks about in the biology of belief about how we're programmed by the world around us for the first 7, 8 years of our life. And I won't get into the technical parts, but basically the part of the brain that does the decision making doesn't show up till about 8 or 9 years old. That's your conscious mind. That's the one that sets intentions and has willpower and ego. Up to that point, your mind is a sponge taking everything around you, including the way the adults around you acted in relationship. And that imprints you as your blueprint to choose relationships, even when 20 years later, at the age of 30, you're choosing a relationship from an app like Tinder. You're going to attract those unconscious, subconscious patterns that you experienced when you were a kid. Guaranteed. Yes, it's that powerful. So what I'm speaking to is that the second piece is that you really need to be clear about what you really want. Sorry, step 1 is about being clear about what you really want, but step 2 is you need to make peace with your past. It sounds so simple, but it's not, I know. And it may sound so insurmountable, but it's not either. You can actually get there. So, first 2 steps, again, so recap, just go back again. First, you got to be clear about what you want. Not just go on an app and guess and hope that the person shows up that you really want to be with. It will not work beyond a couple of weeks. Second part is to really know what you've been dragging around forever in your past relationships and you don't want to repeat. And then do the work to clear it out. Yes, this is what I specialize with my clients. The third piece, which is actually a 3.5 piece, because I've got the main piece and I'll give another piece behind it. Third part is, and it's going to sound rather simplistic, is love starts within. And that means that if you want the true relationship of love out there, start by loving who you are in here. And it's not just, oh, I love myself, I'm fine. It's about take care of yourself, honor yourself, respect yourself. So 1, you don't rely on somebody else to love you first. You actually come from your overflow. That's why it's number 2. You come from your overflow. And 3, you don't, how do you say this? You don't settle for less than you deserve. When you truly love yourself, your choices about what you want to be, who you want to be with, get raised. And you want that. I know you do. So that's number 3. 3.5, the other part of that also is, for the ladies especially, in true relationship, if you want to have an amazing relationship, what you really want is a man who really supports you in his masculine heart. And to do that, you need to vacate the masculine role. I'm saying this very clearly in black and white. There's more subtlety to this, but the thing what is most women out there I know, and I dated a few of these, were more in the masculine than I was. And frankly, it's like getting your balls cut off for the men. It sucks. And some men who are watching this may attest to that. So ladies, if you want true love, true romance, like it was in the old days where you drop the handkerchief and the man picks up your handkerchief and then flirts with you, then you've got to be in your feminine for that. And that, to me, is vital to have a healthy relationship. Now, if you don't care about those things, go ahead and use Tinder. If you do care about these things and having the love, excuse me, and relationship you really deserve and desire, then do yourself a favor and get help. I don't mean help psychiatrically speaking. I mean get help and guidance from somebody who knows this stuff. Hint, hint, I do. I've got a #1 best-selling book and a few other things out there that can help you. But seriously, for your own sake, for your own heart, take steps to get love, support, and guidance to attract the love you really deserve, the relationship you really desire, and the future that you promised yourself. It's time. And I am absolutely passionate about helping you get there. So if this does interest you, message me directly or go to my website, which is the same as my name, barryselby.com. Click on the Let's Chat button if you wish, and we can set up a time to talk. I'm here to help you, if, and only if, you're ready to help yourself. I think that's clear enough. So that's really what I want to say. It's simple, direct, to the point. And I was mentioning Groundhog Day at the beginning because that's the thing. If you don't make these choices, you may have noticed in your past relationships that you experience the same thing again and again and again with different people. Same experience, different face. That is like Groundhog Day. And that's the experience you have of not making different choices from the inside out to attract what you really want. And if you're fed up, tired, complete with those past repeated experiences, that's the best time to make a change. Again, feel free to message me directly over Facebook or go to my website, barryselby.com, and click on the Let's Chat button, which is the first navigation item, and let's talk. And as always, I remind my clients and remind you as well, take care of yourself more than you did today than you did yesterday. You deserve it. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.